All right, let's get to the top news story of the day. That's right. The Writers Guild of America West has officially called a strike.
That breaking news from Hollywood. Entertainment writers now on strike. What that means is production is halted on many of your favorite shows as Writers Guild members push for better pay on streaming shows and better working conditions. It's an action taken by more than 11,000 writers all across the country. And the last time this happened, back in 2007, Hollywood lost more than $2 billion. Elise Preston has the latest now from Sony Pictures Studios in Los Angeles. Elise, they say this is the strike that streaming brought. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Tony. Picket lines will form on outside of studios on both coasts later this afternoon. Shows and production will come to a halt. You mentioned that last strike was 15 years ago. It lasted more than 3 months. Insiders warn appointment TV viewing could be delayed even longer.
Oh, no.
Writers might have to do something totally against their nature. Go outside.
Stephen Colbert is one of several late-night hosts whose shows could go dark tonight, as more than 11,000 Hollywood writers prepare to stop working today and start picketing.
I am genuinely concerned.
At the forefront of the strike, says the union, are dwindling earnings for writers in the age of streaming.
Admiral on the bridge.
While companies like Amazon, Disney, Netflix, and our parent company Paramount have flourished,
the writers, in a nutshell, feel that the streaming revolution has really left them behind.
Matthew Bellany is a Hollywood insider and founding partner of Puck.News.
They don't get as much money when shows play on streaming services than they did when shows are played on traditional linear television.
Roughly 85% of households are subscribed to at least one streaming service, but the writers claim they aren't sharing in that success. And with shows producing fewer episodes each season, writers receive less pay.
It's complicated.
The WGA says almost half of its TV writers work at the minimum salary, up from 33% from a decade ago. But studio producers say their budgets are already maxed out. The last time writers took to the picket line was 2000.
I wonder why they're maxed out. Of course, the budgets are always maxed out. They're never not maxed out. That's how budgets work, okay, under capitalism. Yeah, you're supposed to go to the profit margins now and give a larger percentage of the profits to the writers themselves. That's the problem. You can say, oh, man, sorry, we're fucking maxed out all day, every day. But of course, no matter what happens, like, it's quite literally because you just don't want to shave away any of the piece of the profits. Why does streaming affect writers like this? Doesn't Netflix still need writers? Guys, streamers are one other avenue of distribution that popped the fuck off in the last 10 years, in the last 20 years, okay? And as is the case with any other vertical, what ends up happening is the companies, especially with like higher levels of consolidation, because the streamers themselves also own the IP, usually, which is like built-in consolidation, corporate consolidation, they have shittier contracts there. A lot of the reason why these guys are picketing right now is because they want similar contracts that they have with respect to residuals and with respect to like how you make money as a writer off of these shows on television. They want that to also be implemented in the streamer side. Okay? Aren't they talking about streaming services, not streamers? Yes, in the real world and not in our little corner of the universe, our little tiny corner sliver of the universe, okay? You don't know what you're talking about? You're so right. People call streaming platforms streamers, okay? I know that we have a little tiny sliver of the content space and we think that that is like literally everything. But no one other than, the YouTube, Twitch influencer side of the world calls streaming platforms streamers. I mean, only we call streamers. Everywhere else, you usually call streaming platforms streamers. Anyway. Jimmy, you fucking fake. He wasn't even at the meeting this morning to tell us we won't get paid after this week. Jimmy Fallon, please support your staff. Had fun bowling with you last week, but a fun party won't pay my rent.
If there is a strike, do you go dark?
If there's I wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for my writers, and I support them all the way. They got to have a fair contract, and they got a lot of stuff to iron out, and hopefully they get it done.
If there is a strike, do you go dark?
If there's a strike, yeah, I think we will, yeah.
Dude, when you got Jimmy motherfucking Fallon like shittily expressing solidarity, God, it's so awesome to see. I don't give a fuck that like the Writers Guild is like one of the best good old boys clubs, like some chatter was saying, since the Teamsters or whatever. You got my man quaking and shaking, okay? That's Jimmy Fallon. That is literally the closest you can get to an AI bot that was perfectly designed by TV executives, okay? That is literally a robot short-circuiting when asked the question at the fucking Met Gala about organized labor and is he going to express solidarity with organized labor, and he is forced to be like, ha ha, yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, I think we'll go dark. Whatever I can do to support the guild. I am actually in the Writers Guild as well, so yeah, I couldn't do the show without them, and I support my whole staff.
So the problem apparently is that he wasn't supporting his staff in the real world, it seems, but we'll see. It could just be, I don't know, it could be like a misunderstanding. But my point is this, okay? I don't give a fuck about the staffer saying that Jimmy Fallon is fake or phony. I know Jimmy Fallon is fake and phony. Jimmy Fallon is a robot, okay? But as a member of the Writers Guild, he is, no matter how much money he's going to lose here, he's still going, fuck it, YOLO. We're doing it. It's a strike, baby. And you got to understand that that is how it's supposed to be done. That's how it works. It's great. Anyway, don't pay attention to Kaya, or don't make me pay attention to her. I'm not going to pet a dog that is misbehaving. That is literally the reason why some of you dumb motherfuckers have the most annoying chihuahuas who do shit. Okay? Who just like fucking bite children and misbehave nonstop. Shut the fuck up.
Of WGA and support. Concerned about the writers' strike. We all are, but I support I'm a member of WGA and support WGA, and them getting what us getting what we need. So I hope that no one wants to strike, but I hope that we're able to.
Here are some of the strike demands. I'm incredibly proud of how transparent our union is. The strike announcement, we included a list of our proposals in the AMPTP's responses. Read it for yourself. It explains the black and white. We're forced to go on strike. I'll go to, I think I might go to a picket line too. I'm on my out to LA, and I've been unemployed for the past 5 months, and before that, out with a blown shoulder for a year. The strike is the worst time for me, and I still support, so shut the fuck up. Yeah, exactly. Here's what Conan O'Brien did in 2007. Paid out of pocket for the strike-affected employees. That's what you do. That's a big dick ass move, baby. God, Conan is such a goat, dude. He is fucking chill. He is chill. Probably the only good guy out of Harvard Lampoon. You know what I mean? Cinemarxism, are you in the chat? I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but DM me on Discord. We might go to a picket line. to shoot both VOD footage and also most likely a Twitch stream as well. The writers are, of course, lazy, and unlike the teachers, actually are, doing strikes at reasonable hours. Today's strike is actually happening at, I'm here, let's do it, bro. Yeah, oh, he already fucking knew. He said, if you need picket line at Cam Ops, hit me up. So today's strike, today's picket line is going to be a demonstration in front of the Netflix building from 1 to 5. Obviously, I'm not going to go to that because I'm streaming. Oh my God, I have such a fucking headache. Jesus Christ. But probably Thursday, maybe. CNN guest blasts CNN owner's salary during on-air WGA chat. That's funny. Anyway. Their demands, you should look at some of their demands. We're going to look at some of their demands right now. We have proposals that would prevent the studios from eliminating the writer's room. They refuse to discuss them. We have proposals to protect screenwriters from free work that would cost them nothing to implement. They rejected them and offered an educational meeting. We propose that comedy/variety daytime writers on streaming have the same pay and protections as they do on TV. Instead, they offered us a minimum that would apply to virtually no shows on the air. Oh, and also, they want to start paying you by the day. We proposed that AI not be used to undermine our work. They rejected our proposal and offered an annual meeting to discuss advances in technology. Wow, a meeting. Thank you ever so much. An insulting counter, just dripping with contempt. I mean, that's precisely what it is. Rejected our proposal, refused to counter. Rejected our proposal, refused to counter. We brought writers desperate stories of not being able to make a living in this business to the AMPTP, and that was their response. Why did you say new Dick Serto tweet? They better agree to the proposal quick. Oh, yeah. Pay your writers or we'll spoil Succession. Yeah, it's fucked up. Don't do that. Contracts are different because streaming doesn't have any rebroadcasting, and so all the money is made right when it drops and not over time. Yes and no. There's also like different ways of doing residuals in the rebroadcasting ways that they can do it, because that IP still stands. Like you can resell it, you can resurface it, you can retool it, reutilize it. There's way too many chumps on Twitter chirping about how writers aren't doing anything and how they can just use ChatGPT to replace them. Even Casey Neistat knows how soulless AI script writing is. Yeah. Look, there's a couple different ways that people are very upset about this. You know, they're upset because like, oh, this gets in front of my treats. I love my treats. What the fuck? Like, you're not going to let me watch my MCU? Fuck you. Right? There's like that, which is incredibly stupid. There's the people who are saying, there are the people who are saying, oh my God, you already get paid so much. What the fuck do you want? Which is so stupid, because if you're getting paid $5 million a year, what do I always say? That means someone's getting paid $1 billion off of your work. Okay. There's a lot of people saying it's all Hollywood. Who cares? These guys are still laborers. They're still workers. And there's a lot of people who are making qualitative assessments on how, these guys are shitty at writing anyway. Okay. This is funnier than anything we could write. Yeah, this is great. This strike is immoral. You are denying millions of Americans a mental health outlet, and this will directly lead to suicides. The WGA will be morally culpable.
For a show called Abbott Elementary that's on a...
Breaking, the TV and movie writers just voted to authorize a strike that could shut down Hollywood. We covered this when it happened last time. Here, let's rewatch this video, actually. This is a great video on the matter. The strike authorization got 97.85% yes, by
ABC,
the way.
which is a tradition.
And for the record, the writers that you see on television that are saying, the famous writers that you see on television that are also actors, that are making a lot of fucking money already, they are the ones who are losing the most in this process. So anyone that says like, oh my God, how dare they fucking, they have the money to be able to do this, like that's why they're doing it. Shut the fuck up. This industry doesn't have like automatic pay across the board for the same price for everyone. You're still getting paid off of like what you're bringing to the table. Okay, so no, those motherfuckers are the ones who are actually working, that have like $1 million fucking contracts that they're casting aside so that dudes who are just starting off get better protections, or dudes that are, dudes that have been writers for a couple years are getting better fucking protections. It is very frustrating when people make people say stupid shit like this. This is quite literally for those who are at the very bottom of the totem pole of writing. Okay? Something very stupid you're going to see over the next weeks are people arguing that screenwriters are being unreasonable. Times have changed. No, times were changed by somebody, by people making choices. There's an unfortunate, oh my God, let this guy write again. This is the only part about this that is going to be worse, is that all these motherfuckers love writing, okay? So they're just going to write Twitter threads now that they're not writing screenplays. Oh my God, dude. Oh, my head hurts. That's too much. At that point, are you scabbing? Stop writing, motherfucker. Come on, it's a writer's strike. Don't write anymore. You wrote too much. You wrote too much, John Rogers. I'm joking. We're gonna cover Steven Crowder's genitals. God, there's so much going on here. Let's wrap this up real quick.
2007, which helped give rise to reality TV.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian. That is literally what happened last time this happened. Like, reality TV fucking happened. It's true. It's true. Will the same thing happen to streaming now? It's already happening to streaming as well, but anyway.
That strike lasted 100 days, and its impact cost the city of Los Angeles more than $2 billion.
Do you think it could last 6 to 8 months?
This could last a year. We are in a perfect storm here because the studios are all under financial pressure right now.
Now, the alliance representing studio producers says it presented a comprehensive proposal to the Writers Guild last night. The Guild says it is insufficient. Keep in mind there is added pressure for a deal as both the Screen Actors and Directors Guild seek new contracts next month.
Yeah. It's so funny because, like, I live in this industry. I live in the capital of this industry. And given my proximity or like where I live and shit, it's either people who are super gung-ho about the strike and are very stoked on it, who are like very successful writers themselves, or it's the lawyers that are very frustrated, okay? Like contract lawyers that are like, oh, they're fucking over everyone right now. It's really fucked up. It's like, oh, they're really fucking up the bag right now. Nobody wants this to happen. Why are you making this happen? Prediction, we'll see a rise of more sports and pro wrestling pop up on TV. You don't need writers for those. You think pro wrestling doesn't have writers? What? I mean, maybe not unionized writers, but wrestling definitely has writers. Bro, the real hit to this, the real hit for the writer strike is happening to the NBA. Okay? The NBA is also scripted. What are they going to do? If they don't write the script, does LeBron not take it? Like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Warriors about to sweep LeBron? No shot. Could you explain how your support for the writers against AI is different than Tucker Carlson's support for truckers against self-driving cars? Genuine question. No, I don't have an issue with AI, like I said, as long as the terms and conditions are clearly defined in a way that it doesn't harm the laborers. That's the only thing I have to say about the AI component there. Like, and when you're a powerful union, you can get away with that. You can literally fucking turn around and be like, we're going to set how you can use the AI script tools and writers tools. Not in a way that is like profit maxing, but in a way that like actually alleviates some of the stress from our writers. That's it. Anyway, what are the odds of IASA striking now will be the perfect time to strike? Well, they already got a contract. Does this affect anime content? No. No, don't worry. Your anime content is protected because they're created by dudes living in like fucking sheds that are working for 3 cents an hour. So all that stuff is they're or created by mangakas that have dedicated their entire lives to this kind of thing, so much so that they literally die at an early age because they've like dedicated every aspect of their existence into creating this manga and a subsequent anime that is made out of it. Anime production is done in horrible conditions that make the top of the hour ad breaks that I have to serve look like nothing, because it is really nothing, especially if you're subscribed. Like, for example, at the top of the hour, I run a 3-minute ad break. If you are a subscriber, okay, if you have subscribed for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, then you basically don't even see those ads at the top of the hour. You know what I mean? You can also get gifted a sub, though, if you're lucky. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. For people who are asking, like, what can we random civilians do to support? I'm not a writer. Like, how can we help these strikes? How can we demonstrate solidarity? It's the same principle behind any kind of strike. Attend a picket line, show support, bring pizza, that sort of thing, bring food. There are schedules for all the picket lines out there, for all the picketing events out there. Like I said, today it's from 1 to 5 p.m. Pacific outside of the Netflix building. Very confused MB and Sakura Gore, thank you for the 10 gifted subs each. Speed Razor, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You know, those are the things you can do. Vegan piano, and please bring vegan options. Many in Hollywood are vegan. Thanks, vegan piano. That's great. Would you consider doing a man on the street pundit work for this strike? Wait, what do you mean? Yes, I am going to go to a picket line. Yes, 100%. Possibly on Thursday. It's right in your backyard and something we care about. Plus, you pull mad writer girls with Kai on your side. No, I will not be bringing my fucking unvaccinated puppy to a public event. That part is crazy. The writers are asking for a 2% raise. The studios say they can't do that. Here's how much these motherfuckers make. Ari Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor, William Morris Endeavor, the agency that I am also a part of, I'm represented by, $308 million. David Zaslav, $246 million. Bob Iger, $45 million. Broke boy. Bob Chapek, $32 million. Last year, 8 major Hollywood studio CEOs made over $773 million in annual salary. That's almost $1 billion in annual salaries. Not talking about like fucking additional wealth that they have, their net worth or anything. I hate that, like, this also brings about like some of the stupidest people that go, dude, ChatGPT is like $20. Like, okay, bro. Yeah, you're right. ChatGPT is going to take over the writing industry. You're right. Huh? Go ahead, make your ChatGPT show. I'm sure there'll be a massive audience for it. I mean, that ChatGPT Elon video tricked you yesterday. What? Well, can't quite believe I'm writing this. Today, 150 African workers behind ChatGPT, TikTok, and Facebook voted to unionize at a landmark meeting in Nairobi. Oh my God. That's fire. Anyway, so since then, the strike has been authorized. They didn't reach a deal by May 1st, and not only did they not do that, but MPTPA or the AMPTP, sorry, the Alliance of the Motion Picture and Television Producers, they literally were so fucking against it that they gave like snide remarks as a counter. We'll go back to like some of the my mom wants to know what you're eating. I'm eating a chicken salad that my grandma made for me. She makes the best chicken salads. Oh yeah. If you want to know where the picket schedules are and where the locations are, the WGA East location, Netflix Manhattan headquarters. This is for the WGA East. Here are the West ones. They're going to do one at Amazon Monday through Friday, 9336 Washington Boulevard, Culver City. At Tuesday, today's is happening from 1 to 5 p.m. Wednesday is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday and Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. They're happening everywhere, all around at these times that I just gave you. They're either happening at Amazon, they're happening at CBS Radford, they're happening at CBS TV City, they're happening at Disney, they're happening at Fox, they're happening at Netflix. Paramount, Sony, Universal, Warner Bros. So there's plenty of strikes happening. And plenty of strikes that WGA East and WGA West is putting together. I myself will be attending one of these as well. An underrated part of our current media company dynamic that's led to the strike is how miserable the executives within these companies are. They hate this new system as much as we do. The plural of anecdote is not data, but the advantage of being in the business 25 years is that I have executive friends who have risen through their ranks. They have lunches, and I sit there and listen. Each one explains the unbelievable dysfunction at their particular workplace, the bosses who don't understand or even like scripted entertainment, the open scorn which they hold the execs who've actually made television. A friend of one streamer says, I just called and canceled a show that by any metric had great numbers, and I literally can't tell you why. Multiple executives over the last 2 years have told them they're not actually sure who their direct bosses is. Because of the constant pointless restructuring, they know releasing a staff that was too small to begin with at the end of 10 weeks and having one writer prep, shoot, and post every episode during a season is a bad way to make television. They know it. They say it. But in an ironic twist of fate, they can't do anything about it because they're not unionized, and they may be among the thousands of layoffs made not for any real purpose, but to play accounting games so their bosses can eke out yet another quarter of growth. That is ironic. But part of it is literally due to the corporate structure of Silicon Valley backed streamers. The writers don't want the strike, but a lot of other Hollywood workers see it as the first step in reversing calamitous pattern that's coming to lay for themselves. Directors, actors, or even our exec frenemies. I'm not going to get more specific because a remarkable number of my lunches and dinners start with, I'd get fired for saying this, but we know you're out there, and I say this with love. That's a good note. We'll look at it in the blues. It's capitalism, baby. Line gotta fucking go up. You don't understand. Line gotta fucking keep going up. And sometimes the line go up in mysterious ways, especially in the stock market. And if your company is beholden to financial wheeling and dealing in a way that like even traditional studios were not prior to this streamer apocalypse, then, you know, then you throw in another layer of uncertainty.